Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Ashraf. My matrix number is 33GBT20F1037. Today, I will explain the experiment of factors affecting the rising of the dough. Okay, this is a material and apparatus that I use in this experiment, which is flour, sugar, yeast, 4 types of water, which is cold water. This is cold water. Hot water, room temperature water, and warm water. 4 racks, ruler, tablespoon, teaspoon, measurement spoon, and also 4 labeled container, which is room temperature water container, hot water container, warm water container, and also cold water container. Okay, now I will start with hot water. So first, put 1 teaspoon of yeast into the hot water container, and then put 1/4 sugar into the container, and then put 30 ml of hot water into the hot water container. I use 15 ml of measurement of spoon, so I will make it twice. 1, 2. After that, stir it until it mixes well. Check if there have a bubble form or not. Okay, after that, put 30 ml of flour, and then stir it until mixed well. Okay, next, close the container using racks, and make sure the racks is wet. Not too wet, but only moist. Okay, next, I will continue with cold water. So first, put 1 teaspoon of yeast into the cold water container, and then 1/4 sugar into the container, and then put 30 ml of cold water into the container. 1, 2, and then mix it and stir it until mixed well. Okay, after that, put 30 milliliter of flour. One, two, and then stir it until mixed well. Okay, next, close the container using the moist wax. Okay, next I will continue with room temperature water. Okay, same as previous procedure. First, put one teaspoon of yeast into the container. Okay, and then put 1/4 sugar into the container, and then put 30 milliliter of room temperature water into the container. 1 and 2, and then stir it until it mixes well. Okay, next, put 30 milliliter of flour. One, two, and then stir it until it mixes well. Next, as usual, close the container using the moist wax. Okay, for the last part is warm water. So, as usual, first put 1 teaspoon of yeast into the container, and then 1/4 sugar into the container, and then put 30 milliliter of warm water into the container. 1, 2, and then stir it until mixed well. That, put 30 milliliter of flour into the container. Okay, and then stir it until mixed well. 20 to 30 minutes to see the rising of the dough. Okay, next, close the container using the racks. Okay, so this is a result for the experiment that I observed. So as we can see, there are bubble formed in the three types of water, which is cold water, room temperature water, and a little bit bubble formed at warm water. And for the hot water, there are no bubble formed. So I will measure the height of rising of the dough. So for the room temperature water, I get 1.1 centimeter. So for the cold water, only get 1 centimeter. So for the hot water, there are 1.5 centimeter. And then for the warm water, also 1.5 centimeter. So as we can see, the experiment is successful. There are some factors that affect how fast yeast will grow, which is temperature. This is extremely sensitive to temperature. Next is time. So more time, more gas is created. And next, quantity of yeast, quantity of yeast, quantity of water, and also salt. So that's all for me. Thank you.